all day. Hi guys, and welcome back again to my YouTube channel. My name is Ria and I'm a lifestyle and immigration content creator living in Dublin, Ireland. If this is your first time seeing my face, you're welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, what's up G? Thank you for coming back again. So today we have a guest, which I think almost everybody should know at this point. But if you're new here, she's going to be introducing herself in a bit.
Hi everyone, I'm Grace. It's nice to meet you all. For those that don't know me, and for those that know me, what's up, my G's? What's good?
So in today's video, we have a guest, Grace, who just introduced herself, and she's going to be talking to us about everything healthcare related in Ireland, because she has once done this role before. She's no longer doing it anymore. But if there's anybody to have this first-hand information when it comes to healthcare, anything about healthcare assistants, part-time, full-time, she has every information. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So the very first question really is, how long were you a healthcare assistant for?
So I was a healthcare assistant in Ireland for 1 year and about 6 to 7 months.
Okay.
So I did majorly home care. I didn't do, there are two types of, like, in healthcare, they have either home care, which they now call home assistants, or you have home support workers. Yeah, or you have nursing homes, and then you have the ones for the hospitals. That's aside the other different like professions. So yeah, I did home care for a year and 6 or 7 months thereabout.
Okay. Yeah. And how was it? Just give us a brief summary for someone that is looking to go into the whole healthcare thing, either as a part-time worker because the person is a student, or maybe full-time or whatnot. Just give us like a brief summary of your experience, basically.
Okay. So basically, I did home care for the duration of time that I was in healthcare, and the experience is rather different compared to, it's similar to those working in nursing homes, but it's kind of different. It's more, I feel like it's not as tasking as the ones for hospitals and nursing homes. I worked with a company called Ant Home Care for like the 1 year 6 months period, and I worked in the position of a healthcare assistant. What my company was in charge of was care for the elderly. There are different sectors, like there is care for children, there's care for people with mental disabilities, physical disabilities. So what we specialized on was care for the elderly. So basically you go between clients' houses. Maybe you have up to 7 to 10 clients in a day, and then you have to give them care services for like 3 times a day. Some people require twice a day, some people require 3 times a day, and every individual differs. So some people may need medicine prompts. Some people may need care with personal care. Some people need assistance with keeping them company. Some people need to go on walks and stuff like that. So yeah, that was basically what the job required. So say I'll start my shift at maybe 8 in the morning, sometimes 6:30 in the morning, and then I go on up until 8 in the evening. But then we get breaks in between, like maybe some 15 minutes, half an hour break. So basically you go into a client's house, you have your client's care plan already set aside with like what your client requires. And home care was good for giving us clients within the same like territory, like within the same walking or within walking distance. We didn't get to travel crazy distances to like go between clients' houses. So yeah, that was one thing that like I really enjoyed about working with Anthem Care.
And then would you recommend your role, or the role that you did before, would you recommend this particular role to a student that is coming to do masters or undergrad or PhD for a part-time job? Do you think that this is something that would suit a student, like to have like the normal work student life balanced, social life and everything? Do you think this work is flexible enough or is doable enough for students?
Yeah, I think it is. So first thing to consider when you're like looking for a role as a healthcare assistant, you don't necessarily need a healthcare background. I had no healthcare background when I started the job. I had never worked in healthcare. I never studied anything healthcare related. But then after your interview, after you apply, and then what they're basically looking for are your care skills. Maybe have you had any experience living with an elderly person before? Maybe back in Nigeria. What was on my CV was that I took care of my grand aunt in Nigeria. So like that's just the bare minimum. That's tell you how sort of like easy it is for you to get the job. But though you take some trainings while you have started the job, like maybe before you start your main job, you would be given a few courses to do and like just basic training. but it's basic care skills that you need. Can you help change a diaper? Can you help take someone's bath? Can you help with personal care? Can you help prompt medications? It's like rendering care to anybody around you, maybe an ill person around you, an elderly person around you, just like you're doing it for money and you're doing it in a professional base. So the first thing is you don't need a healthcare background to get a beginning role as a healthcare assistant. Subsequently, you might need to do a more professional healthcare course, which is the healthcare level 5, and that's specific to healthcare workers that want to like further their career in healthcare. Yeah, and then recently it's becoming a criteria, but not for an entry level. You can enter with the bare minimum skills, so long as you have like the will to do it. Another thing to consider is, are you strong enough to like take care of people, like actually take care of people? Because the work is not clean. It's not all clean. It's not always. Some clients require you to change diapers. Some clients require you to give a shower. You have to, for male and female carers can take care of male and female clients, but male carers take care of just male clients. Yeah, so
why is that?
Because I don't know, I feel like female have a more motherly trait, so I believe, but then I don't think that women will be very comfortable with men giving them like a wash and stuff like that. But then not rampant that you see a lady giving a man a wash, like a male client a wash. And also it depends on your client needs. Like, is your client comfortable? They would ask your clients these questions before they send any carers to your house. Are you comfortable with a female carer doing this for your dad? Are you comfortable with a male carer doing this for your mom? And in most cases, women like would rather a female carer take care of them. Some men don't mind, and then some female carers also do not mind. Personally, I took care of most of my clients were males, but I had only 2 that I gave periodic washes. Like I gave them body showers and stuff like that, and it was really cool. Like they have no problem with it. So that's the second thing you need to consider. Like, is it something that you don't mind doing?
Do you have the patience for
it? Do you have the patience for it? Most of these clients have dementia, and then dementia, like you have short memory span, or maybe you forget stuff easily, and it comes in different stages. There are people that are very aggressive. There are people that might forget who you are when coming to their house. So like you need to be very, very patient for the job. And then another thing to consider is like the pay is really good for a student. I mean, even when you're doing it part-time, 20 hours, you get to earn a reasonable amount of money to be able to pay your rent at the end of the month. And then also the payment is, I think most healthcare companies pay every fortnight, so that's every 2 weeks, so you don't have to wait till the end of the month like to get paid. And then another thing to also consider, I think it's also really good for students to take on jobs as a healthcare assistant because it's really flexible. Well, in regards to my own company, Anton Care, I don't know if every other care company does this, but I think particularly Anton Care, we had a structure where the payment is spread between 2 weeks, so that's also how your timetable is scheduled. So you work Monday and Tuesday, you get Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off, and then you're back into work Saturday and Sunday. If you do that for the first week, the second week you're off Monday and Tuesday, and then you're working Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then you have Saturday, Sunday off. That's aside you wanting to take extra shifts. And that's another good thing. Like, if you know that, okay, I need money for this thing, and I know that I may not be able to get as much as I need and still maybe cover my bills with my regular working hours, you can add extra hours. They always need carers. So you can tell your supervisors that, oh, I need extra hours, and they're like, you get the extra money for the extra hours. So yeah, I feel like if you don't take the extra hours, literally you're working 7 days in 2 weeks. If you actually dip it.
Okay.
Because in a month you're working just 14 days because you're working 3 days on this week, 4 days the next week. That's 7 days in 2 weeks. So you have ample time and this is for full-time work. Like you're working full-time in this capacity. So imagine if you're doing part-time and then it's just 20 hours. So you have enough time to like balance your social life and your work life. Though it's really tasky, you'll be knackered at the end of the day, but like you know that okay, like you have enough time within the week or within the month to like do your own personal stuff. It's not a bad role for students to take on.
So what's the difficult part of the role for you?
Well, for home care, and I think for even nursing home, the difficult part of the role is it depends on the kind of clients you have. For home care specifically, I think what was difficult for me in that role was the walking around, like having to commute between clients. Though I didn't have clients that were very distant from each other, but you check your walking app, your pacer app, you walk like 20k steps a day. Like 20k steps a day is ridiculous. You wouldn't even realize that you walked that much, especially the first few weeks of the job, it is exhausting. But like when you hack it and when you know that this person is closer to mine, so I can always go to this person first before I go to this other person, and like just know the clients that will require you to be there at the specific time that they are given, and then the clients that don't really mind, and then clients that you can like say, okay, I would do your shifts earlier before I do this other person's shifts because it's closer. Like just once you hack the job, it's easier from there. It's not easy, but it's easier. But like so the hard thing about home care, the harder part of the job was just the commuting. I still got a scooter, but like the scooter is not really 100% safe because like have falls and stuff like that. And then another thing that was upsetting about the job is you get to walk rain, sun, wind, summer,
like
winter, under the sun and in the rain you are walking.
And like they don't even care.
They don't care, to
like,
be honest. You
have
have
to
to be at your client's house. That's another crazy thing about the job. Like the day you're working, you have to just work. If you call in sick, you have disrupted the whole system of
Honestly.
all your supervisors will be confused for that day because like these people need care. Public holidays, you don't really get public holidays. If there's you get extra pay for it, but like if there's a public holiday, you know, in the bank or maybe corporate organizations, you know that okay, I'm getting that day off, a bank holiday, I'm getting it off. But you can't take a day off from taking care of people. So it's really a job of commitment. And I feel like once you have mentally committed to the job and then you actually try to enjoy it because you get to interact with people. So like that's also fun. Yeah. So anyway, I'm deviating. So walking in the rain and under the sun is really tasky. And then for nursing homes, they get to do the full 12-hour shifts from 8 to 8. So when you clock in at 8, maybe you get an hour 30 minutes or 1 hour break and then you clock out at 8 in the evening. That one is more stable because you're in one building.
Yeah, you don't have to walk around.
You don't have to walk around. But again, they say that nursing home is worse than home care because home care clients that are in nursing homes require more attention than clients that are in homes.
True.
For clients in the homes, I feel most of them live with family. Your ailment may not be that serious or may not be that acute compared to those people in nursing homes. Those people in nursing homes either have like they can't be left alone or they can't be left in the home by themselves, or maybe their families are not available to take care of them. They have to send them to nursing homes. Imagine like being far away from your own home. Like you're scared, and in most cases you do not even want to be there. Sometimes you're used to being on your own, like you're used to living maybe in a small family, but now you're in a very big, like staying in a hospital for a really long time. Though the nursing homes really try to make it as comfortable as possible, and then I believe there are some nursing homes that every client has his or her own room. Like you have your own room. But like still just that idea of you feeling like some people just feel like they don't feel comfortable. Most people most elderly people I've met dread going to nursing homes in this country. Like people that I worked with when I was doing home care, they really didn't like the idea of like having to leave your own comfort zone. So sometimes the nursing homes really, maybe it makes your clients more aggravated or more upset about being there. And then on a floor maybe you have like 10-15 people and then you have only 4 healthcare assistants, 2 nurses maybe. In the night is a lesser number. So like imagine and these people, you can't go into one person's room alone. They are mostly double ups, like 2 people to 1 client. You're doing diaper change in the morning, afternoon, evening. Though they still have a way of hacking it, like you know that okay, this client doesn't really require change and stuff like that, but you have to actively be involved in like the activities of the day. So that's a lot of work. And then the hospitals above the roof, that's even like way tasky. So like these 3 different stages require like stuff like so healthcare is really tasky, but it's fun.
Is it?
Yeah, it could be fun if you want.
And then since we've spoken about like the difficult part of the job, what's like the best part of the role?
Okay. So personally, I made a very good friend from this healthcare job that even after I left, I go to visit him. So I was lucky to have very cool clients. My clients didn't give me as much stress. A few hitches here and there, but like I had really good experience with them. You get to interact with people that are way older than you are, have a lot more life experience than you do, and like you get to learn stuff. I learned a bit of Irish from healthcare jobs
that you learned.
Yeah, exactly. I know a couple songs. Like if I'm singing outside, the day went to the news.
How old
the lady was like, "You're too young to know that song." And stuff like that. And the person I made a friend with, he's very chill, really chill, really interactive. So like just that extra friend that you get off the job. That's one thing I really find as a positive side of the job. Also, the satisfaction you get from giving care to people. I knew that I was capable of doing healthcare, but like the way I was invested in this healthcare, it's like I feel guilty for being sick on a day that I'm supposed to be working, because these people are used to you, you're also used to them. There's this sort of familiarity. When it was time for me to leave, it was really hard, because like you have built like, so these are people you see almost every day of the week, and then like just that kind of like familiarity that has been built, and I don't know, it makes it more enjoyable, like knowing that I'm helping you in something that you require help for. Even though sometimes you forget that you're even getting paid for it, but like even though you're getting paid for it, like you're happy doing it. And then the money is good, like I said, like the healthcare money is good. I think the least care company that I know of pay maybe €12 per hour. By the hour, did they pay lesser? 11.50?
I know of a company that pays lesser than 12.
Yeah, healthcare money is good, to be honest, compared to other part-time jobs that I've done. So that's another positive part of the role. And then you gain skills that you naturally may not gain from other jobs. Like for instance, I think my communication skills with the Irish people, or like with people that are from a different race, really increased. My initial job, I didn't require that much interaction with people, and now I can comfortably sit on the bus and get into a conversation with an elderly person and would flow, like would just gist and just talk. And if I can comfortably yarn with an elderly person, I could as well yarn with the youth. Do you get? So like I feel like that my communication skills grew in that role. And then also skills that you gain from the training you do in healthcare. No knowledge is wasted. The QQI courses, there are 8 courses that you do with QQI, and then like it just adds to your experience generally.
One important question that I think a lot of people would probably need an answer to is, can you get an employment permit from doing, either in nursing home, private home, hospitals or whatnot? Are companies sponsoring people?
So sometime last year, the government brought out the news that healthcare assistants now are liable to get their general employment permit. That's stamp 1. And then you could get sponsorship based off on 2 criteria. If you have worked for a period of 2 years, and then secondly, if you have completed your QQI level 5, all 8 courses completed, if you have a certificate for that, then you're eligible to apply for a stamp 1. So I thought, but then as time went on, it became clearer. Home care does not fall under the criteria for this employment permit eligibility. It's carers that work in nursing homes, hospitals, and then other healthcare professions. But not home care. Home care doesn't fall under that criteria. Another criteria you need as well is to be able to, your company should be paying you from €27,000 per annum and above. Yes, nursing homes do sponsor. Most nursing homes that I've heard of, I think every nursing home that I've heard of sponsors.
If you're in a nursing home and you're not getting sponsored, please just
try and you meet all these requirements.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can move to there's this Care Choice.
There's Mali, there's Fending. There are a lot of them really
that sponsor. And hospitals as well also sponsor. So like just try to get your QQI level 5 done. Home care pays way above the nursing home.
That's the thing, like you have to pick your poison.
You can't. Home care pays well. They'll pay you way above that 27k, but they are just not eligible. They don't consider home care as like very critical compared to nursing homes and hospitals. So you could get sponsorship if you have these criteria ticked. And if you're not getting sponsored, like Rhea said, find somewhere else. There are definitely places that are
actually, if you're so interested in this healthcare, you really want it, like move.
And the thing with the sponsorship, I was having a conversation with a friend who has gotten his stamp 1 with Care Choice. So he has beat all the criteria. He has his QQI, has 2 years plus experience, and then he's getting his sponsorship. He has already gotten his sponsorship. So now, before Care Choice gave him continued with the process, he had to sign a 2-year contract. So now he has to work with Care Choice for 2 years. For them to continue renewing. And another thing, Care Choice offered to pay the €1,000 for his stamp 1. Some very rarely that I've heard of. I've not heard of any that you were asked to pay as a care worker. And you were asked to pay. They would offer to pay you, but you have to pay back with your time. So they'll pay the 1K for you, but you give them your work hours. Like he has to now work for 2 years with them. I think after that, allowed to leave that particular company, but you have to still be within the healthcare system for a particular duration of years. I'm not sure. I think another extra 2 years or an extra 3 years, then you can now like get your stamp 4 and then work in any other thing you want. So if you don't mind committing to healthcare for the papers, you will get the papers, but like you just need to be patient and enjoy the job. So I'll just give a list of like some home care companies that I know. Actually, I know 2 main ones and some care based on my experience. I know that they're good.
Comfort Keepers as well.
And then you also have Trinity Care. I think there's also one called TLC Nursing Home.
There's Bluebird as well.
There is Beaumont House Nursing Home.
There's also Beaumont Hospital.
There's also Beaumont Hospital. There's Care Choice. Care Choice has a nursing home and home care as well.
Also Home Instead as well.
Home Instead. Those are
there are actually a lot of private home care. For nursing homes, there is the Miley, there is Care Choice, there's Fending. Fending I know for a fact is sponsoring. Care Choice is also sponsoring. Like, I think
Miley too.
Miley is also sponsoring. I think that almost
and these are questions that you should ask at your interview.
Exactly.
Stages.
Don't keep your mouth shut, really.
So my advice for people who will be interested in going to care part-time, full-time, keep an open mind, be willing to like enjoy the job, be ready to enjoy the job. At interview stages, always incorporate in your CV roles that are related to care, or even if you haven't specifically worked in a healthcare body before,
switch it up, baby.
Switch it up, baby. Or in your skills, add care-related skills, time management skills. You also need good communication skills.
Excellent one.
You need patience, you need compassion. Just try and put those things into your CV. Those are the primary things that they look at while you're applying for this thing. And A+, have a QQI. Maybe 1 or 2 courses done. Also, we should tell some companies that do QQI courses.
Comfort Keepers. I know they just do only 2 out of the 8, and it's for free actually. They give it out for free.
Okay. And did subsidized for us. The ones that I know that I would recommend for colleges that do QQI, there's Chevron College, there's Progressive College, and then Open College. Those are the primary, like the 3 top ones that I know that you do it, and you can get your full 8 modules done for 150
thereabouts. But another trick in that thing, let them know that you're working in a healthcare organization, either as a carer, either as like an office staff or whatnot. Like there's always a discount. Just say to them that, I'm working in, for example, home care as a carer. Of course they would give you a discount for it.
And I think we didn't really touch on this QQI very well, but like what the QQI entails for the 8 modules, there are some modules that require you to do work placement. So it's a plus if you're already working in a healthcare organization. So there's a theory part where you do like your assignments, your exams after your courses, and then there are some where you just submit assignments, and then after the assignments you get to do hours of healthcare like work. Maybe if you're taking, for instance, maybe care of the elderly, you do a personal training work experience, a place where maybe your supervisor comes in and then like watches you give a client personal care. But if you're already working in healthcare, it's very easy. Just give your supervisor to sign off for you. But like it's not a very crazy course to take. Like the courses are very easy to do and get around with. You don't need any mad care experience. If you're considering taking healthcare, it's absolutely worth the money, it's absolutely worth your time, and there are skills that you can build while doing the job. If care is something that you know that you can tolerate and like you have patience for, definitely do it. There are really like good skills you can build on the job. So
thank you so much. Actually, we've actually learned a whole lot from just this conversation that we just had. If you guys have any more questions, you can leave it down in the comment section, or I'm going to be leaving up her Instagram handle on the screen. You could contact her and then talk further as soon as she's able to. If you have any more questions, please also leave them down in the comment section, and the ones that I could reply, I will also assist and also help. Pretty much that's it. Thank you so much for actually coming on this channel, and for the first time we are saying something serious
that you're seeing our face that is
serious, not to come and laugh here. Exactly. So thank you so much guys for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and also hit the notification bell
and share with your friends and your family.
Exactly. Thank you so much guys. Thank you Grace for coming on this channel.
Always.
We appreciate you. Thank you so much guys. My name is Ria
and I'm Grace,
and we love you guys.
Bye.